are in the PA Council of Churches building. And so we are grateful, Dr. Pickens, for you taking time out to be here with us today and to bring together all of the faith traditions that are a part of the PA Council of Churches to stand with us. Dr. Pickens?
Thank you, Bishop, and I want to recognize our Vice President who already has spoken and has spoken in a powerful way. Pastor Miller, we thank you for your presentation, and I want to thank all of my colleagues. I see many of them here today who represent the Pennsylvania Council of Churches, and we're happy to be partners with Power. There is a tradition in faith communities that call us to respect each other. I recently lost my brother, who was a Muslim, who died on Yom Kippur. And I tried to make the theological connection between his death and what it meant for us as people of faith. And ultimately, I came to the conclusion that atonement has to do with reaching across the divisions that exist between our people and finding ways to embrace each other and stand with each other in power.
Yes.
And that affirmation for me gave me a sense of what this gathering here is all about. Our sense of power is not generated in militarism, it's not generated in wealth, it's grounded in our faith and an understanding that all of us matter and each one of us has some divinity within us that God is trying to spark in this moment.
That's right. Say it, sir.
And whenever we gather as people of faith, as people of commitment, it is a testimony of the fact that we ain't going to let power structures divide us as people. And that as we come together as people of faith, we recognize that our understanding of power is not grounded in a sense of othering people, but it's found in the sense of lifting people up and giving them their dignity. If you've ever traveled to London and ridden the tube, the subway, there's a pre-recorded statement that happens every time the door of the train opens. It simply says, "Mind the gap." And minding the gap is being aware of the fact that as you step from one place to the place that you're going, that there is a chasm that exists. And part of our mission is recognizing that chasm and dealing with the fact that minding the gap calls us to an affirmation of all of God's people. Mind the gap that exists in a country where people go to bed hungry every night because no one cares, where they live in food deserts. Mind the gap where racism has divided people because there's a power structure at work that keeps us in a division as a nation. Mind the gap that is tearing away at the structure of who we are as God's people. Mind the gap that is keeping us from that which God is calling us to become. Mind that gap. As we come together today, let us be mindful of the fact that we have the ability to be God's people. Christian nationalism is a theory, it's an idea that is grounded in power. My faith is about love, and hope. Christian nationalism is grounded in othering people, somehow suggesting that those who are not of a certain hue are somehow dangerous, are to be excluded and feared. Our mandate today is to create an atmosphere where we break through the fear. All you have to do is watch the political commercials that are being played. They're all grounded in this idea that black people and brown people are going to come to white neighborhoods and terrorize white folks.
Big truth.
There was a theologian, E. Stanley Jones, a missionary to India, who wrote a piece on whiteness back in 1942. And he said that many of us have to stop worshiping at the altar of whiteness. And what he meant was that we have to embrace God and not our color. And that in that process of embracing God, we have to take on this notion of emptying ourselves of our superiority and the sense of white supremacy.
I have no idea.
In order to experience the fullness of what God is calling us to be as a community. So as the executive director of the Pennsylvania Council of Churches, I come to you saying that we are a vessel who wants to work with you in order to make that a reality. And we stand with you and with power to continue that journey. God bless you and God keep you.